Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Shmir here. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the biggest ripoff of Rainbow Six Siege ever. This is a mobile game for Android and iOS called Area F2. Now, this game is nearly identical to Siege in almost every category. Look at the operator selection screen. This looks just like Siege. And here's some gameplay of the game, you guys. I'm going to be going over everything and looking at just how familiar this game is to Siege. It's honestly some of the same loadouts even, and the company who actually developed this game is under lawsuit from Ubisoft right now that just went live today, so that's actually really interesting. And here you can see there's an operator called Spitfire who has a mobile or a mounted turret, not a mobile turret, a mounted turret. Tachanka, yeah, that is literally Tachanka in this game. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie, this game's fun for a mobile game, but it's totally a knockoff of Siege. Shocker, that's Twitch. Poison Trap, Legion. I mean, look at that, guys. Just look at that. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be going over some gameplay of this game, looking at the gameplay of this game versus Siege, seeing some similarities, and just taking a look at how much of a ripoff this game is. So you spawn in, this map kind of looks like Canal in a way, and then there's this really interesting new innovative idea they have. It's called reinforcing. I really like that idea to the game. And then they even had another one called barricade, where you can barricade a wall or a doorway. My apologies, a doorway. That one's actually pretty cool too because in Siege, of course, you can't really barricade doorways. And then this guy's gadget, it's really cool. In case you weren't paying attention earlier, it's a mounted machine gun turret. I don't know if that reminds you of anybody from Siege with a red operator icon and a turret, but maybe not. Maybe you don't play enough to know who Tachanka is. But yeah, so this is a new operator they thought of themselves. Yep. Definitely not in Siege or anything. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, for a mobile game, this game actually runs really smooth. I mean, I am playing it on an iPhone 10. If you play it on something, with the newer iOS or Google Play system, Android system, it'll run pretty smooth. If you're playing on an older phone, you might experience some difficulties, but it actually runs pretty good on newer phones, or in my case, a newer iPhone. It runs pretty smooth. So it's a it's a plus, I guess, for the developers. Anyway, so this is gameplay of the turret here. I have some more clips and stuff I recorded today. I'll show you guys that. I don't know. This game's interesting to say the least. The gameplay, it's a little lackluster, if that makes sense. It's a little hard to get the grasp of everything moving and shooting because you have to use your thumbs to move and then shoot, and it's just really weird. Anyway, I do get some kills because I'm the absolute gunner that I am. I just automatically get kills no matter what. Um, but yeah, the mechanics are pretty much just like Siege. If you look the icons, there's crouch, reload, and then there's this thing called droning. So yeah, and then your operator is not called an operator; it's called an agent. Like I said, here's another screenshot from this game, Area F2, that looks just like Siege. It's literally just a clone of Siege. And then you can aim down sights to increase accuracy. That's a pretty cool mechanic. Never seen that one before. The operator that I am right now, this yellow guy, if you see in the top left, his name is Thermite. I don't know if you guys have ever played Siege, but one of the first characters most people play with, his name is Thermite. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Never heard of this guy before. This game's totally original. No, and I know it sounds like I'm hating on the game a lot, and in a way I am because Siege is definitely one of my favorite games, and I've been playing it for 4 years. But I don't know, whatever. Anyway, here's a mechanic in the game called repelling. I don't know if it looks anything like Siege, as you can see on the screen there. I think it looks identical, but yeah, you guys decide that one. And then you can actually do this cool thing called explosive, which is literally a breach charge. Like I said earlier in the video, you guys, this game is actually, the developers for this game are under lawsuit right now from Ubisoft. I'll probably make a follow-up video going over all that, the details, everything. Ubisoft basically is just trying to get the game out of um, iOS and Google Play Store in like America and big countries where it's popular. They might not get it out of everywhere, but they're trying to get it so the majority of people who play it won't play it because they don't want their game to be ripped off. Yeah, so that guy's called Volcano. His name is Volcano, not Thermite, my apology, but his operator, or his, not operator, his gadget is called Thermite. There you go. See on the screen there? Thermite. Actually, his name might be Thermite. I don't know if it's Thermite or Volcano. I don't really know. Anyway, like I said, I was screen recording this, so you saw that screenshot. That was just of the operator loading screen, just to show you guys how similar that is to Siege. I mean, just boot up Siege on your Xbox, PS4, or PC, whatever you're playing on, and just take a look at how similar this all is. And then you even spawn in on a drone, right? And then you can jump with the drone and you can go down the drone holes. This literally looks like the top of coastline or something. You can go down the drone hole, the vents. I mean, I will admit, for being a mobile game, it's one of the better mobile games I've ever played, but it's definitely a knockoff of Siege. If you guys want to see some more gameplay or whatever, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for checking into this knockoff of Siege video. If you guys do enjoy it, please subscribe and like the video. See you.